Well, we'll address the elephant in the room. Ben Cahn is here to replace Matt.
Ben Cahn, everybody.
We fired him because all your comments suggested.
So we just replaced him with someone who's like looks similar.
Yeah, another white tall male.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you know that you're now part of this podcast?
Yeah. No, I was made aware.
Okay,
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the comment on the last episode.
Well, probably won't be the last.
Matt
Oh.
got some
Couple of-
heat during the "Am I the Asshole?" we did.
Why? What did he do?
He just had some takes people didn't really agree with.
Okay, let's introduce who
Yeah,
we're
sorry.
talking
We
to.
actually
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
fire Matt. He just literally forgot we were doing this today.
We have a guest filling in for Matt King today. His name is Ben Cahn. He is from the Trillionaire Mindset podcast over at our friends TMG Studios. And Ben is really smart, knows a lot about money. And that's what we're going to be.
That's correct.
No, literally we walked in and he was like, "What is the Wi-Fi?" And then I joked, I was like, "Oh, you gotta get your stocks." And he was like, "No, literally it closes in 20 minutes." And then pulled up a screen full of things I've never seen in my entire life.
Yeah, they're just numbers. I don't know what half that shit is.
Really?
No,
I
I,
do.
think
I
you
don't
do.
know. It
Yeah,
seems
I'm
like there's a lot of money on it. You might have an idea of what you're doing.
Yeah, I got a decent idea, I guess. But yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah, and we know we know
Mike.
Ben from Vine
Yeah.
Yeah.
back in the day. Do you think Vine or TikTok is better?
They're totally different things.
But if you had to choose one,
If I had to choose one, I would choose Vine in the peak of its era
Okay.
because we were so innocent
I know,
and we didn't know.
I know.
And then now I would 100% choose, knowing what I know now, TikTok.
Yeah, of
For
course.
sure. Mainly because now I'm a consumer.
Oh,
I'm a little baby. I want to suck it all up. Give me it all. Give me all the fucking
What does
stupid
your For
videos.
You page look like?
Oh, it's
is it money? Is it stock
no,
market?
no. It was fun when I first was finally like, okay, I'm just gonna do it and see what it's all about. And the algorithm was trying to figure me out.
Sure.
And the
like
algorithm,
dating.
it just gave me,
The best partner in our lives.
Oh. Yeah.
it was giving me pimple popping videos.
Oh, God.
Did you like that?
Some.
Okay.
Some I'm just like, oh, because
Yeah.
they're way too. The ones that are like, okay, this is a huge fucking cyst that's just gonna
Yeah.
not stop like a geyser. I don't want that.
Ugh.
Give me classic blackheads.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just give me
or
some
a
blackheads,
zit, a
man.
zit.
Yeah, just something basic. Nothing where it's like gushing.
Nothing medical.
No, I don't need that. I don't need lancing. I don't need them to be cutting it.
Oh,
so
God.
there's
Yeah.
that, and then it was girls with giant boobs going, going like, whoops, and like smiling at the camera, and you really have to take
Whoops.
yourself out and go, okay, I'm better than this,
Yeah.
because your little caveman brain is like, oh yeah, but then you have to be like, okay, come on. I'm college educated. I don't need this. But damn. And then the fact that you stay on it for 10 seconds, the algorithm's
gonna
like,
keep
okay,
it.
we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
You like zits and you like tits. Let's keep going.
Let's get some zits and
titties.
titties.
And then it was ghost stuff. The
Ooh.
ghost
Ghost?
stuff comes at night. Yeah, like spooky stuff. They'll start to show you at night. But now it's just an amalgamation of like the random shit. My favorite is the those ones where, I don't know if you guys ever get these, where it's just the random sound effects that just hit, and it's like cartoon sound effects.
Oh
and
yeah.
It's yes.
Yeah.
Those are so funny to me.
Like people
And-
mouthing to the sound effects?
No, just like a random like.
What's on screen?
I couldn't even tell you. It's
Too
just,
Gen Z for me, I think.
It's
Gen Z
very
likes the
Gen Z.
blown out sounds.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
I love those.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, it's that and
No fetish content?
No, and occasionally there's a woman in the thing doing the thing and going, "Hey, you idiot, look!" And you're just, and I've actively told it. Same with Instagram. I had to go in and say, like, stop showing
not
this to me.
interested.
Yeah.
Like Instagram was Dua Lipa constantly,
Oh.
and I have an ex who kind of looks like her, so it was
Triggering.
killing me.
Triggering.
So I'm like,
Oh my God,
enough!
hot.
Stop
Sorry.
showing me this. So now it doesn't show me Dua Lipa anymore.
Who has the
God.
crush on Dua Lipa? You or Emil?
Emil.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, I do too, because I'm human male.
I've
of course.
seen him. My friends and I
Mhm.
have a few friends who are recently single and divorced. So, like an added layer. So she downloaded the dating apps for the first time like ever in her life because they had been together for like 10 years.
Oof.
And
Brutal.
on Thanksgiving, we had her cast it to our television because I have not been on a dating app in almost 6 years. And they're just talking about how like cringy and like how different they are than when we were on it. So I was like, I want to see what it's all about. And he showed up on multiple of my friends.
Emil?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Does he have any shirtless pics?
Right?
pretty ripped.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. But I was like,
He's
that guy
low-key
looks
ripped.
really familiar. And then I was like, wait. And then
What apps? Hinge and Raya?
I think it was Hinge.
Grindr,
no,
Farmers
she
Only.
hasn't been accepted to Raya.
Yeah, neither
But
have
I don't think I saw him on Tinder, which is a good thing.
Tinder's old news.
Tinder was horrifying.
Yeah.
Like every other picture was just a penis.
What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, it was
Like
crazy.
an actual...
penis.
I actually don't remember if they were actually
How
penises.
can
But
they-
I remember being.
I feel like it wasn't like that when we were.
It wasn't
on
censored in any way.
Oh, like recently it was like that?
Yeah, when I was looking
People's
at theirs.
penises?
Yeah, it was just ick.
Ew.
It was not the vibe. I couldn't imagine dating.
How do
right
they keep it up there? No
That's
pun
actually a
intended,
good
but like, how do
idea.
they?
Doing genitals only.
Genitals only.
Yeah, Jenny's. That's a good idea.
That is a really
Well,
good idea.
I mean, I think the Japanese did it with a game show a dating show where they
no.
just have the women's
Bottom halves?
Yeah, and the men come up and go, ooh, look and
Stop.
make the judgment, and then they see the face that matches, and they're either thrilled or they're disappointed.
Did you film Trillionaire
Netflix.
Mindset today?
Yeah,
2 episodes?
just came from the studio. Yeah,
2
Wow.
episodes?
yeah.
Are you just like talked out?
No,
You're good?
yeah.
What
I
did you
had a
talk
Diet
about
Coke.
today?
Oh, you had a Diet Coke?
Yeah.
I'm speaking to my heart. Although I am on Coke Zero, not Diet Coke.
Why?
Because it tastes more like a Coke.
Get the fuck out.
It does.
Really?
Have you had a Coke Zero in a
No.
while?
Sexy.
I don't think I've ever had one.
You will switch.
Okay, because I didn't even try Diet Coke until very recently. I was
Same
a
with
little
her.
tired, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try a fucking Dr. Diet.
Diet Coke. Dr. Diet Coke. You're doing great, Ben.
Thank you. Which camera am I looking at?
This That one.
Yeah, the only one. Over there. So yeah, Trillionaire Mindset is a show that we do. If you're curious, we talk about the stock market.
Which is what?
Yeah,
Are you fucking serious?
What is that even?
Our audience
What
may not...
is that?
Yeah, can you explain what the
Yeah,
stock
yeah,
market
Our
is?
audience.
Yeah. Me and Aaron are
Carly,
like,
Carly and Aaron don't know what the stock market
The
is.
stock market
like
is
I get it. It's like a market and money goes up. Here's what I think of it.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you tell
This
me?
is our explanation.
I'll tell you what the stock market
Sure.
is.
Yeah.
It is a place in New York, Wall Street,
Uh-huh.
and they
Headquarters.
run around the offices and they're like phones are
Yeah.
ringing.
And sometimes celebs come in and do the gavel.
Ring the bell.
Yup.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I love when the
Ring,
celebs do it.
They give them millions of dollars for it.
No way.
No, they don't.
Oh.
It was always a very annoying thing on my phone. It would be like at the top, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking want this.
Yeah.
So that's my knowledge of stock market. I also know that really though, I know that you put money in
Mm-hmm.
and it can go up or down,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't fucking know anything else.
That's
Yeah, it's
pretty
like
much it.
gambling. You're gambling. It's like adult
is so
gambling
good.
that's not in a casino.
There's gambling, which is essentially what I do, but then there's like actual investing, which is what everybody else should do.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need your advice.
I understand that is the whole thing that I'm going to be giving advice, right?
Have you watched the show Industry?
Yes, I hate it.
Okay, I watched it and I had no idea what was happening the
Yeah,
entire time.
It pissed me off.
Oh, why?
Cause the girl was so unlikable. It was like they almost made her likable, like she's an underdog, but I didn't believe it enough. And
Yep.
then the stakes weren't that high. She's at her desk and she's doing this trade and chewing her Nicorette gum, and her trade goes against her, and she's down like $120,000. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's a lot of money. I've been down that much, and I'm not on a fucking desk at a major trading firm.
Oh my
Also,
God.
it's London. Like, get real. That's not.
And that's the plot of the show if anyone
Yeah.
wants to watch it.
She's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my job," and it's like, "Sweetheart, no, maybe if you're a baby, if
So
she's
why-
a baby."
Why was everyone laughing when I said Wall Street? Is my
Okay,
question.
Well, just to like say that the stock market is a place that you go to. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a funny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
now so decentralized.
Yeah.
I mean, there is still. I don't really actually know, but all the like in-person shit is now relegated to computers and whatnot.
Oh, so there aren't people running
There's
around.
you
enough.
think
There
of the
are
stock
still.
exchange, which is
That's probably what I'm thinking.
that's the
of.
stock exchange, which is where all the people are on the floors.
Where they go like, wah, blah, 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 blah.
Doing a bit of shit. Yeah.
Yes, and
That's
they're
how it used to
trading.
go.
They're trading.
What movie
stocks.
like Jerry Maguire? Did that happen in?
Wall Street, maybe the movie.
You're thinking of Wall Street. You're thinking of
Glengarry.
trading Places is another one with Eddie Murphy and
Glengarry Glen Ross.
No,
I don't
they
know.
don't do stocks there. That's Glengarry Glen Ross is.
I've
they're
never
just
seen it.
Real estate sales guys.
Oh, real
It's
estate?
like a play, kind of.
Oh, I've never seen. Is it good?
Yeah.
Should I watch it?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's like peak Alec Baldwin.
It's ABC.
Oh.
Always be
Yeah,
closing.
always be closing.
Coffees for
for
close.
closers.
Yeah.
And yeah. But so what we on our show do is hope to make the whole subject matter of the stock market a lot more accessible and fun for dum-dums like you.
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
joking. But
No,
'cause
you're
No,
right.
it's true. Like
I-
you would be where we would go to be like, all right, how the fuck do I learn about this?
Well, not even learn about it, but at least pique your interest in it, because that I believe most people feel like the barrier to entry is so great they're like, I don't even know, why should I pay attention? And sure, that's fine if that's how you feel, because you're either interested or you're not. But if you are, our goal is to make it feel less mentally cumbersome and less of a super high barrier to entry. We dumb it down and we just cover stories every week. Like, what the fuck's going on? Earnings season is happening. The Fed just did something that the market really liked, and we just like dumb that down and make it so, this isn't a secret club that I'm not allowed in because I don't have enough money or I don't know enough. You still don't have enough money, and you don't know enough to be sure. Like, I don't.
Ever.
But it's something that I believe everybody should at least be aware of and have on their radar. And I personally think that it is always fascinating. There is always something going on. There is always a story that I think other people would find interesting. And my hope is that my enthusiasm for it is infectious enough that it provides some entertainment.
Do you think everyone should be investing in the stock market?
Yeah.
Every American.
Yeah. Participate.
How much?
As much as you can.
Into what stock market?
Well, okay, so I got to get this out. I am a professional licensed trader.
Oh.
And so I trade at,
Nice.
so what you saw on my computer was the firm that I trade at.
Oh.
And
I was wondering. I was like, can I just do that?
you
No
could.
way.
You study for a few months and
Oh,
it would
too
take
much work.
It would probably take you a little longer because I already had a bunch of knowledge going into
Because
it.
we're women.
Yeah.
I didn't
You're
say
just like
it.
Matt.
Listen, women, it
Perfect
takes them a little
replacement.
longer because they don't have as big a brain. Okay, they can't do math stuff as well. I don't
Can't
like
do
that.
Honestly, not wrong.
So yeah, because I am part of this trading firm, I am beholden to certain rules and regulations.
Boring.
So I have a compliance guy. There's a compliance department that has to regulate everything that I do or say online. Like, he has access to my Twitter, and I keep forgetting
Whoa.
that. Like, whenever I receive or send a DM, he gets an email. But because I have so many, he's just like, yeah, I don't even really look.
Are you flirting with girls in Twitter DMs?
No, but
Hey, girl, let me
Sounds-
trade for you, baby.
It's just
Like-
tits.
Trade for tits.
show me them boobs. Show me them TikTok boobs. Make them bounce. Do the thing that you do. Yeah, like that. Smile like you don't know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Hey Ben, can I see you in my office quickly? Got to review some of these.
What is it, Steve? That has nothing to do with stocks.
So
I'm
he'll
okay.
be watching this.
Oh,
God.
No, but
Okay.
because he doesn't care. But also, I know how to not break the rules. Basically, I am not allowed to give any definitive advice, like you should buy this or you should do this. What I can say is,
What you would do.
yeah, what I would do if I had a job. I do have a job. I have several jobs, which is weird to say because I don't necessarily. I haven't had a conventional job since 2018.
None of us
But,
have.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great, though.
which
You're
is
in good
nice.
company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all don't work,
not at all.
but look at us now.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We're working technically, but is it work?
It is work to do a show.
We're in
It
the
is.
office.
It's fun work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's exactly right. You can cuss. You can belittle the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And they can edit
Show your
it out.
tits.
Oh yeah, I'll get around to that. I can make mine dance. So.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Bum, 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 bum.
Whoa. You guys, if you're listening, you must watch.
Oh yeah.
The
I'm trying.
sweatshirt's blocking it. But, what was I saying? Oh, what I would do if I had a job that offered 401k matching. The smartest thing that I could do in that situation is max out the 401k matching. What is a 401k? It's a fucking retirement account. Google it. You'll
We do
figure
that,
it
I
out.
think.
It's very easy.
We have a-
And then you can just direct where you want that money to go. There's going to be a set number of funds, and you just talk to your fucking HR person and pick the one that's like just the plain old tracks the S&P. What is the S&P? The
you.
S&P 500 is, you've heard of the S&P 500?
No.
Is that
Never
a
heard-
race
Well, it
like
probably-
NASCAR?
That is so
500
funny.
Mustang.
That is so funny. I can't laugh at it.
Yeah, Ben, we're gonna take this one step at a time today, okay?
You've heard of the Dow Jones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's a
saying
clothing store in the West
Dow
Village.
Jones.
Shut
Dow
the
Jones.
fuck up.
Dow Jones.
They make like teapots and stuff.
Sure, honey.
Dow Jones just like pissed me off because I would just see it across. I'm like, what?
On the
Yeah.
news.
And it'd
Okay.
be like the little down
Numbers.
triangle or up
401k.
Yeah,
triangle.
up or down. Well, so real fast.
What
let's
does 401k stand for?
I don't know.
Okay.
I had to learn at some point. I don't remember. That's just the name that they designate.
S&P 500. What's that?
Well, let's back up a second because you know what the Dow Jones is. The Dow Jones short is Dow Jones, but its full is Dow Jones Industrial Average. It is the average of the stocks that make up the basket that is the Dow Jones. I believe it's 30 stocks.
Oh,
Okay.
that's it?
Yeah, I think the Dow only has 30.
What about
It's-
NASDAQ?
The NASDAQ
Oh,
has
that one too.
50?
hundreds.
Oh.
I don't know how
Okay.
many. But so companies are constantly, not constantly, but they're being added and they're being taken away from the Dow Jones. Whoever, I don't know who governs who dictates what goes in the Dow Jones, but the Dow is at like, I don't know what the fuck it's at now, 30,000 points. But
Which means what?
that means that it's at $30,000. That's what like the Dow Jones, I shouldn't say dollars, but that's what its current valuation is. If you go back 30 years,
Yeah.
none of the same companies are in the Dow Jones.
How many points was it 30 years ago?
3,000, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
and points are dollars.
yeah, let's just call them dollars. So
Okay.
yeah, you could have bought the Dow Jones and held on to it and you'd be fine. That's why they say to just buy the index, the Dow Jones
Yeah.
Industrial
Heard of that one.
Average.
Index
is an
fund?
Index funds or
Oh,
the like
index funds.
easier ones that aren't gonna really fuck you over probably.
Right.
That's
So
my
the Dow
knowledge.
Jones Industrial Average is its own index. I don't think you can buy it directly, but you can buy an index fund
Yep.
that tracks the Dow Jones.
Oh, so you can't buy the Dow Jones directly.
I don't believe
What
you
if
can.
I want the Dow Jones?
You buy the fund, the corresponding
What if
fund.
I don't want to buy the fund?
Then you buy whatever you want, Carly.
You see when I go to the mall.
Is it
You can do that
We're going
too.
to Prada. Yeah, we're going to Prada instead.
Are the companies in the Dow Jones publicly listed? Like we all know what they are?
You got like Apple, IBM's probably still in it.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, correct. Verizon's probably in it.
Blue chip
It's like-
companies?
yeah, like the big
Pfizer.
bad. Pfizer might be in it, yeah. And then the S&P 500 is
The 500.
500 stocks that compile this newer one. It's newer than the Dow Jones, and it is called the S&P 500.
Standard and Poor's.
Yes, and as you guessed it,
I did a lot of
it's-
research before this episode.
I was watching your podcast and I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not doing my job well.
No, it was like a.
Because by now we kind of throw around lingo that
I think
Yeah.
I think I need to watch the very first one.
the very first one is just my story, my personal.
Well, I still like to
Trajectory.
watch that.
It is a good story.
I need everything explained like I'm 5, just in life in
Shit.
general. So this stuff is.
We need to do some standalone like explainer videos, like
For women.
just for women. Yeah,
For
yeah.
women.
Stocks 101 for
The comments
women.
are gonna fucking be so mad at you.
Like start
The
here,
internalized misogyny in this.
Oh God.
but
It's only because I'm a woman. I'm a 2.
that was a total woman move you just did right there. We're joking, okay?
I'm an woman.
This is a comedy podcast, okay,
My mom
folks?
is an woman, okay?
You know
Last
a
I
fun
checked.
fact that I learned last night about money?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching an
You
episode
can
of
never have
Mad Men.
enough.
I was watching an episode of Mad Men, and
Oh.
they were like selling the agency or merging or whatever. And Don Draper came back from being on vacation, and somebody was like, "What was his name? Sterling."
Yeah, not Rod Sterling. Roger Sterling.
Roger Sterling was like, "You're gonna make 500,000," and I was like, "How much was 500,000 in like 1970?
Probably like
Almost
$5
$4 million."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, 500,000. It just feels like he needs more than that. And Nolan was like, no, that's like
Wow.
millions. That's why I looked it up.
1960. And that is because of
The stock market.
Inflation.
February is the month of love. That's why we are so excited to tell you about our sponsor, Let's Get Deep. Whether it's Valentine's Day, a date night, just got back from hanging out with friends, whatever it is, as a couple, Let's Get Deep is super fun, super easy, and kind of spicy to play with the person you're with. You may have seen it on TikTok, on Instagram, but it is by the same creators as the game What Do You Meme, which is also a very fun game. The questions in this game range so much. It could be what's your favorite snack to like what's your biggest turn on. So playing it as a couple is super fun because there's obviously very basic questions, but there's also a lot of spicy questions, which can, get things going, if you know what I mean. It's really fun. It's super simple, and it's a really good way actually to just get to know the person you're with on a different level, especially if you're not used to just talking about surfacey things, or if you're not used to talking about deep things. There's going to be something in there that you don't normally talk about, and it's going to spark something. So I highly suggest it. It's very fun. If you really want to spice things up, you may also want to grab the After Dark expansion pack, which is filled with 200 extra spicy cards. It'll be the climax of your date night, if you know what I mean. It's time to put down the phone and get to know your person better. Whether you're dating, married, friends with benefits, or you're still trying to seal the deal, this game can truly bring you closer together. Let's Get Deep is perfect for an intimate setting or for a party. And you're in luck because we have an exclusive offer for our listeners. For a limited time, get 20% off with the code GOOD when you go to whatdoyoumeme.com/letsgetdeep. That's MEME.com/letsgetdeep and use code GOOD. Again, to get 20% off, go to whatdoyoumeme.com/letsgetdeep and use code GOOD. So let's get deep. Literally. Continue.
So the same thing with the S&P. Stocks are being added and taken away. Like last year, I think it was last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago at this point. Tesla was added to the S&P 500.
Oh, I have one. We all do.
We all do. Do
There
you?
you go.
Good or bad?
I do not.
You don't? Do you like Elon Musk?
I am not a fan,
He's-
personally.
Because of his
Some
car?
people are because it goes deeper than that. For me, it's watching years of him manipulate the market.
Ooh.
I have a suggestion for you guys. For your audience as well. There is a podcast called something Anon. What is it? Not QAnon.
It's not QAnon Anonymous?
No, it's
The toast.
fuck Anon. Fuck. It's
Anon?
something.
I think I
Anon.
know what you're talking about. It's the
Al-Anon.
no.
It's hang on, I got it right now. Anon.
Ben's
Elon
gonna leave and be
Musk
like, I lost all of my brain cells.
podcast. It is called.
It's
You
funny.
should, Ben, you should have us on your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. True Anon.
QAnon.
True Anon has this 3-part comprehensive little
Deep
mini
dive.
series, a deep dive on Elon Musk, and he is a good businessman. He's a good entrepreneur, but he
You think
also
that him spending all that money for Twitter was a good business?
no. I think
Okay.
that it was an impulsive. I
Sure.
think that the guy is
Just
a
needed to clarify
megalomaniac.
that as a personal friend of yours.
Oh yeah,
And as a
I-
Twitter user ourselves and a Tesla owner, we just need to know.
I think that it was a decision that he did not fully think about, and then just kind of was like, "No, I meant to do that."
Okay.
I think he's the king of like, "No, I totally meant to do that. Every single thing, I never make mistakes. This is just all part of the plan." Anyway, Tesla got added, so that means another company got taken out of the S&P 500.
Ooh.
I don't remember which one it was. Who fucking
Is that a
cares?
good job to be like on the board of people who decides what goes into
Probably.
the
There's
S&P
certain
and-
criteria, like you have to have X number of shares traded per whatever, and your company has to be valued at whatever. Blah.
Do stocks soar when they get added to
Oh, yeah,
the
Tesla
S&P
sure
or the
did.
Dow Jones?
Tesla, I remember, just absolutely went fucking bananas, and then it got
Didn't it go
added
down?
at the it got added at like the peak of its
Oh yeah.
price. But then, so individual stocks will have a certain weight in the average. So like Apple, Tesla, Google, Amazon all hold some pretty big weight in the S&P. So if they all collectively tank, they're probably going to bring down the S&P 500. I'm very loosely explaining this stuff.
What's your fave stock?
My favorite? I don't have
Your
one.
OTP stock.
I have my favorites that I like to trade.
Yeah.
I like to trade the S&P through an index fund, through the SPY, which is the index fund that
SPY.
tracks the S&P 500.
How do you can trade the entire fund?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like in the morning, you'll be like, I think this is going to go down today. I'm going to sell.
Pretty much.
And
Yeah.
then you buy it the next day?
Loosely, yeah. I'm doing options, which is I can't even. I could explain options to you guys, but it might
We just wouldn't get it.
probably.
Our
I
audience
could
is
do it in
probably
a
holding on
very
for dear life
simple
also.
way, but it would probably. I don't want to bore
Okay,
you
what's your
people.
fave stocks? Smash or
Trade-
smash or pass? A few stocks.
I like to trade
Hard not.
Smash or pass? Apple.
smash.
Smash or pass?
Ooh,
Intel.
hot.
Pass.
Smash or pass?
McDonald's.
Pass.
Smash or pass? Poland
Wait.
Spring.
They're not publicly traded.
Oh, okay. I'm just
I don't
making sure.
think.
Duh, Mike. What the fuck? You didn't do any
You don't know
research for this
fucking
podcast?
anything.
It might be owned by Nestle or something. but,
Okay.
Hydro Flask.
not publicly traded.
Fuck.
Okay.
IPO.
But like Google, I'll trade Tesla sometimes. Do you know what IPO means?
Oh God.
Do you know what it stands for? Come on, take a guess. What is IPO?
Individual.
Wait.
No.
Give me context.
An IPO is when a stock goes,
Goes public.
Yes. You got one of them.
Oh, public.
Yeah. Internal public
Well,
outsourcing.
It's when a stock goes public for the first time.
One. Public.
No,
one.
it's
No,
I.
IPO.
I know
No,
it looks the same.
I'm doing
I
the
and one
end.
look the same, but one at the end.
Yeah. Oh,
Internal
public.
public.
One.
And it's being
so close. Wrong. It's initial public offering.
Oh,
So it's the
they
first
That was
time.
my second guess.
Offering shares to the public initially for
And-
the first time.
Now that
That's so
we're
cute.
about 30 minutes in, we should explain what a stock is.
A stock is a share that you can buy in a company.
Right. So, like, let's say Ben and I start a company,
Okay.
and we call it Mike and
I
Ben.
feel like you're looking at me directly.
This is not for you, but it's
Well,
for the
he's not
audience
gonna tell Ben this.
that may not know what a stock is, because I didn't know what a stock was, and I had to learn. Do you know what a stock is? Don't answer that. It's basically like if Ben and I start a company and it starts to do really well, and we want to raise money in order to like hire more people or build more products. I mean, let's say we make water bottles, and our water bottle company is going great. Ben and I make $1 million a year each, but we want to make 1 million more of these.
You need an investor.
We need an investor, so we'll
Shark
go
Tank.
to the.
So you go on to Shark Tank.
Barbara.
Well, this is like going to Shark Tank, but the entire America gets to buy shares in our company, and then we raise that
How do
money.
people know if they want to buy shares in it?
So we're funding
question.
Thank you.
McDonald's?
Yes, when you
Yeah.
buy a
if
share of a
everyone
stock.
stopped buying McDonald's, it would crash, right?
I mean, they wouldn't crash.
Is that why the Tesla stock went down?
Tesla stock went down for a lot of reasons. Part of it was because Elon Musk had to personally sell shares for taxes and to speculated that to fund part of the Twitter deal.
But
And
it's not the
because
whole
people
company.
knew that, they were shorting the
Parts
stock.
of it.
They were,
But the stock is not the entire value of
Sure,
the
sure,
company,
sure,
right, Ben?
yeah, you got bonds and you got debt and stuff, and there's other elements.
But
It's
like-
like jargon.
Basically,
but like,
yes.
for Apple, the stock of Apple is not where all their money is. It's not all in their stock.
They also have cash.
Yeah.
They also have Apple has so much cash, it's insane.
Don't they have more cash than the U.S. government?
No. Government's got unlimited cash, baby.
They print it at the HQ.
Yeah. At the HQ. I mean, I would be printing it if I was in
Yeah.
that building.
What did you just ask a minute ago that I said
asked.
good question?
I asked. Okay,
What
you
are
guys
taxes?
you make water bottles, and you want people to invest to make more.
Sure.
How do people know if they want to invest in it?
Well,
Like,
when
what
you do
would
an
make me want
IPO,
to?
you file what's called an S1, and that is your filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And in that filing, you list what your business is, what you guys do, how you make money, and you list every possible risk to the
Oh.
business. And people, the public can access that, and they can read it, and they can make their decision
Is
based
that
on
what?
that.
Do you do that?
Sometimes.
Or
I'm
is it not
pretty
really
sure
necessary?
that this
Sometimes.
just happened on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
But
Yeah, you
like,
caught
here's
up Jen Shaw,
here's an
Not
interesting
being funny.
use case.
like on the reunion.
Vita Tequila.
There was an IPO.
Remember, Meredith was like, no, she was like, oh, I'd be
Oh.
so embarrassed if I had to file the S1 this far along into my blah, blah, blah to get
Oh.
investors.
Because her company's not doing well.
Apparently.
You should watch. It's pretty good.
The Real Housewives
It's right
of
up your alley.
Salt
Learn
Lake
a
City.
lot.
One of them
Salt
just went
Lake
to is
prison.
going to jail for 10 years or something, 6 years.
Jesus.
For,
Do you want to know why?
Yeah, I want to know why.
She was the person who led a scam of telemarketers who would target old people and scam them out of like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
She was a real housewife,
she
and
wa-
she ran a telemarketing
Yeah.
scam.
Yes.
And
Wow.
while they were filming, who showed up? Homeland Security showed up.
To arrest
NYPD
her.
showed up.
Did they film this in the episode?
Yeah, it was all part of the
no
episode.
one knew it was
Awesome.
happening.
Fuck yeah.
So
It
the
was great
FBI,
TV.
Homeland Security, they were all there, like, and all these women were on one of those like big charter buses
Sprinter
to go,
vans.
to go on a vacation, and she
And they
got like
pulled her
tipped
out.
off and was like, "I'll be right back," and then like left, and then every single one of these people showed up, and they were like, "Where's Jen?" And everyone was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And they like all have guns and shit.
And she got convicted?
Yeah,
She
she
just-
just got sentenced
That fucking rocks.
for like 6.5
It was
Yo,
years.
we should
Crazy.
watch Real
I love
Housewives of Salt
that.
Lake City. That's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
I mean, all the housewives have like. She's not the first to go to
Oh,
jail.
a lot of them have been to jail.
Most have mugshots. She'll be the second to go to prison.
Wow.
Those Mormons, man.
I know.
I don't think she's Mormon though, is she?
Jen, I don't know.
But
A
she
Mormon
is,
would never.
She is a woman, so.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was gonna say that too.
T.
But so when Facebook went public, for example, there was this. They filed their S1, and then I think like 10 days before they actually IPO'd, they like revised it, and they basically
that
squeezed in there.
illegal?
Hey, we still haven't, and this will blow your minds. We still haven't figured out how to monetize mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time, Facebook had 0 mobile revenues. None.
Ah.
And it really fucked with the IPO because everybody all of a sudden was like, wait, what the fuck? You guys don't make any money on your mobile app yet? And they were like, well, no, gee whiz. And the stock fucking tanked.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it debuted at like $35 or something. It shot up to like 44 or
What's
something.
a good amount?
It depends. It
Oh.
depends on how many shares there are.
Okay.
How many shares there are multiplied by the share price gives you what the share the company is valued at.
So if like the company says they want to be worth $10 million and they issue 1 million shares,
It's $100.
it's $100 a
Yeah.
share.
Got it.
That's a really even. That's a really even. It's not. It usually isn't that even. But like Rivian was a great example. Rivian's the electric car company. They what was their debut
their
like $90
IPO
million or something?
Billion.
90 billion.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
On like hardly any revenues. It
So
was
this company was like, we're worth $90 billion. If you want to own a piece of this company, buy a share at this price. And then a bunch of people bought the shares because it's this new electric startup.
It's Tesla. If you miss Tesla, oh, get Rivian.
And then
Fuck outta here.
like after that, after the hype died down because they like haven't sold any cars yet, the stock price came way down. So everyone lost money. That's how you
Yeah.
lose money in the stock market.
Yeah.
I
'Cause you
also
buy a
watched
share.
the WeWork doc, and I feel like something like this happened.
Well, that wasn't publicly
like,
traded.
trying- no,
it was
they were-
about to.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
about to.
really? He
Yeah.
tried to IPO WeWork?
They tried to, yeah, and then it fell apart within like a week. It was hilarious.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah. It was bananas, man.
How embarrassing.
Wait, so did people submit questions?
Yeah.
Can
they did.
Can I
Oh.
get some?
Yeah.
I want to answer some
Oh
questions.
my god, how did you know?
I have one
'Cause I
question for you,
saw.
Ben. What is your favorite government organization, or what do you think is the least
Oh,
corrupt?
I could tell you that right now.
Who?
There is a Twitter account. It's like the Department of it's not Consumer Affairs, but it's basically like safety. It exists just to keep the public educated and safe. Like, hey, just a reminder: don't go to sleep with a space heater on.
Oh.
It's that kind of shit. It's so great. I
And
love
they're
it.
an official government organization.
It is an official government thing run by some fucking.
And who do you think the
person.
worst government organization is?
Oh,
FBI, CIA,
I would
NSA,
say- oh,
IRS,
that's tough.
SEC.
They won't let me be. Or let me.
So let me see. Trying to tie down on MTV.
Oh my god.
Probably the CIA. Yeah.
The CIA is the worst?
Yeah, fuck
Probably,
'em.
yeah. I mean, what's your least favorite?
Ben, does this? I bet you this is
know.
what Emil feels like when you do the podcast with him because he's just trying to get through stuff, be real serious.
Oh
and
no, I
just like-
yeah, I am dicking
We
around.
do
with him
get
a
really
lot.
like silly goofy in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Of course, I get
Say.
silly goofy. I
Loosen
love to
up,
get silly
man.
goofy. Are you kidding me? I'm loose as hell. I'm about to pop off my shoes.
No, don't do that.
Oh man, these are starting to. I need to take them back to the cobbler.
Cobbler.
Shut up.
What year is it?
I've had these for like 10 years, and
Wow.
the sole is wood.
Do you have a good cobbler?
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a guy around the corner from me who
Where do you live?
who fixed them before. Los Feliz.
Oh, okay. That tracks.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the story about when Ben got scammed selling his feet to a Bahraini man on
Oh,
Instagram?
I've seen it.
We don't know
I've
if he
seen
was
it.
actually from Bahrain.
Or if it was even oh, you're really taking the
Those
dogs
are
out.
nice socks.
Yeah, thanks.
Just don't take them
Brand
off. We
new.
don't do free feet on
No,
here.
I won't do that. I won't do that.
I'm only looking out for you.
Okay. You got
Okay.
it.
All right. You want me to just start?
Yeah, rattle them
All
off.
right. Hi. I'm about to graduate college and I'm wanting to get my own credit card, but I don't know which company to go with. I want minimal fees, but also to get rewards or cash back. What credit card do you recommend?
That's a good question.
I wrote this.
Ben is
Did
so.
you really?
You're like so. I remember on Instagram you would always post like American Airlines,
Yeah.
Oh, when you're doing your churning.
and you
Yeah.
would do all of that, and I'd always be like, "What the hell? How does he do? How does
know
he
this?
do all of
They
this?"
actually,
Caught on.
yeah, the American Airlines stole all my miles and shut me out of my account,
Wait, what were you doing?
scamming them.
Oh, I love a scam.
I'll tell you
Jen
the
shot
story
them.
of that after I answer this quick one.
Okay.
So, if I were a student who had no credit or low credit or wanted to build credit and wanted to like get rewards, rewards should come secondary at this point because first things first is you want to be able to get a credit card. Discover, I believe, will give anybody a credit card. Discover is like the lowest rung. Doesn't mean they're the worst, but I know that they will give just about anybody a credit card.
And you want to build credit before you think about getting rewards.
Yeah,
Right?
and a good way to think about credit, contrary to popular belief, the more credit cards you have, it's not the worst, the better. Like I have, oh God, I don't even know at this point, 15, 16 credit cards.
Oh my
Active?
gosh.
Yeah,
What's your
You're
favorite
actively-
one?
American Express Gold Card.
Smash or
That's what I
pass.
have.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
great.
Smash.
Smash
you
or
have
pass, Amex.
Smash.
You have
Amex.
15 active cards.
Yeah,
Are you a Delta gal now?
I have a Delta card. I need to get another one soon.
Do you automate payments on all of them, or are you
No,
making conscious
I
decisions?
get a card. I do the minimum spend to get the sign up bonus, and then I stop using it. And then if
Are there
it's,
fees associated with it, though?
if there's an annual fee, I usually, depending on if I actually want to keep the card or not, if I don't want to keep it, I won't cancel it. I will call them and downgrade to a fee-free version
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
so that you can keep
smart.
the card open. Because your credit score is calculated by a bunch of different things, but one of the biggest ones is the average age of your credit. So you obviously want that to be as high as possible. And you do that by keeping accounts open. And then the basic principle behind credit is, are you credit worthy? If you're a bank and you look at a college student, they don't have any credit cards. So you're like, oh, why the fuck am I going to give you a credit line of $5,000? I don't trust you. I don't know you. Nobody else is giving you credit. But if they look at someone like me, a white man,
30-year-old white man.
with a shitty mustache, and they go, hey, this guy's got a bunch of credit. What's going on here? I'll give you as much money as you want, man. Take it all for all I care. You want a good interest rate? I don't fuck with interest rates because I don't pay interest.
Well, that's a good tip for this college student who's asking.
Yeah.
Always pay your credit card back in full
Yes.
every month. Do never let your credit card acquire any debt because the interest that you're paying on it is astronomical.
It's going to kill you.
Thanks to our President Joe Biden, who put that into law a while back, right? Didn't he establish the rates for credit card?
I have no idea.
I believe that he's one of the reasons
Thanks,
why
Biden.
why credit card rates are so high, and he's also wrote the bill as to why you can't declare bankruptcy on your student loans. That was Joey B.
Fucker.
Yeah, fuck them all.
Fucker.
Fuck them all. But yes, if you get a credit card, never ever be like, oh, just make the minimum payment and then you can pay it back. Because if you spend $100 and you make the minimum payment of $20, that $80 that you owe
It's good for your credit.
no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
going to end up owing like $150 because
Yeah.
there's going to be interest on that $80 that you didn't pay back.
Yeah.
So you always want to pay your credit card back in full.
So there's that. So any kind of Discover card, and if you're already one step ahead of the game and you got one, I believe Citibank does some good cash-back cards. They're all going to be around the same.
Citi Double Cash, I have that one.
Yeah, Double Cash. Chase Freedom is another one I believe that does cashback. To me, cashback kind of sucks because it's 5%, whatever I think is like the max most cards
Yeah,
offer.
I think Double
5%.
Cash is 2%. It's one when you spend, one when you pay it off.
Yeah, and look at it this way: if you spend 10 grand on the credit card in a year, how much cash back is that? Come on,
$200.
5% of 10.
Oh, 2%. Sorry. I don't know if is there a 5% cash back.
Well, let's even 2%.
Yeah.
That's 200 measly bucks.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with that? I'm not gonna $200.
And
I want, like,
put it in the
Nordstrom
stock
points.
market.
I guess I'd rather have points. See, I'd rather get the
Yeah.
points and get the sign up. So that's where the big bucks come in. Sign up bonuses. Now, do you want me to tell you how I got banned from American Airlines?
Yes.
Can I tell you something that
Sure.
happened to me the other week that Oh, it was so sad. Our friend texted us because we've been like, get this credit card, the American Express, and when you refer someone, you get points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she texted me and my husband in a group chat. She was like, guys, I just signed up for the credit card. And we were like, no.
Fucker.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
happened to me too.
And you also get points if you use someone else's link
Yes.
too. So it
Yes.
incentivizes everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
they
wound
get
up
a
like
ton.
calling to be like, I messed up. And they were like, no.
Yeah, they don't want to give you the points.
100%.
That's a huge bummer.
But it was really, we were like, fuck.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's happened to me too.
But yeah,
So-
tell your story.
For the uninitiated, there's a thing called sign-up bonuses that credit cards offer. Ooh, big hair on my sock. And they are exactly what they sound like. A sign-up bonus is a bonus that you get when you sign up for the card. And just as an example, it could be you get 50,000 bonus points when you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months, right? Well, American Airlines and Citibank. Are you recording this?
No, just
Oh.
taking a picture. Get content.
American
Be a
Air-
professional, goddammit.
I hear you. American Airlines and Citibank have their credit card together. And back in the day, you used to be able to get a new card every 3 months if you wanted. You could get a card, spend $3,000, get 50,000 American Airlines points. 3 months later, sign up for another card. Do the same thing. Get another 50,000.
And
Oh,
the
maybe the offer jumped up to 75,000. Hot diggity. I'm going to get another card.
And then you can use those points that he's talking about. You log into like your account and you can use the points to get free flights,
flight,
free
yeah.
hotels, whatever.
Correct. So, American Airlines and Citibank got wise to this. Citibank did, rather. And they said, or I don't know who dictates the rules, but either way, they said, okay, no more sign-up bonuses. You can only get a sign-up bonus once every 24 months.
How are you opening multiple cards?
You can get another.
It's even
Same
the
name,
same
same
person,
everything,
same
yeah.
address. They just kept giving you the same.
Yeah, you can get another card if you want. What do they care?
I can get a second American Express card, the exact same
American
card.
Express is different.
Okay.
American Express has different rules.
Okay,
American
okay.
Express, you can only get one sign-up bonus per card for life. So you get the sign-up bonus on the Amex Gold card, one and done.
Whoa! So you want to be thoughtful about what your first American
and
Express
Amex
card
doesn't
is.
like it if you like cancel open and close cards. They're a little bit more exclusive.
Okay, but Chase and American
We are
were
the elite.
Or Citi.
Citi and American.
So Citi suddenly comes out and they say you can no longer just collect sign-up bonuses. You can get one every 2 years. So you sign up for one, now you got to wait 2 whole years to get another. But there was a loophole. You know how you get those hard mailers? They call them hard mailers, where
Yeah.
you get the thing in the mail that says, "Wow, you can sign up today and get
And it's
a
like
blah,
a
blah,
fake
blah."
card.
yeah.
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 So they were mailing those out with the same offer, 50,000 points, spend $3,000 in 3 months. And in the fine print, it did not include that crucial language of one per 24 months. So people online, people on this one particular subreddit caught wind of this. And when you get those hard mailers, there's a special code that you're supposed to use to sign up for the card. So people were selling each other the codes. Like, hey, I got some codes for sale. You know, it's good
Oh,
for 5 times.
My God.
So I tested it out and I paid $20 for a code. I got the card. I did the spend. I got the points. And I was like, okay, here we go, man. Game on again. So I got like, I don't know, 6 cards in the span of a year, in addition to the points that I already had.
Yeah.
But so,
Are these all accumulated into one account,
Yes.
or they're?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So at thank God, I had already been gaming American Airlines for so long, but at the peak, I had like 650,000 American Airlines
Yeah.
miles in my account,
Were they in your American Airlines account?
in my American Airlines account, my Advantage account.
Okay.
And just so you know, you could fly LA to New York one way, business class, for like 35,000 points.
What?
So I had a lot of, it was worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's 650,000 points roughly translates to about $7,000,
Wow.
$7,000 or $8,000, depending
And
on
free,
how you
and
redeem.
free
and
American
where-
Airlines
Yeah.
flights.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
And then one day, all hell broke loose. I'm seeing on the subreddit, people are panicking. They're like, my account just got frozen, and they're not saying why. And I'm calling, and they're saying it's under investigation. Long story short, they nailed everybody
Oh my
who did this
God.
trick.
They were on Reddit.
I
really.
was one of thousands of people who got their account permanently shut
Oh no,
down.
all those
miles
miles.
just confiscated
Damn.
indefinitely. I can still fly American Airlines, but I
Okay.
gotta pay
No
cash.
fly list. Only
Yeah,
no fly
I-
list.
You can't have, so you don't have any points on American ever
None.
again?
I can no longer join the Advantage program.
Wow.
Are you a part of a new airline program?
JetBlue, all the way.
You fly in Mint?
I have flown Mint before.
Nice.
It's nice.
I've never done it.
Oh, love
Sometimes
it.
you can get a good cash rate for those tickets, like $650 round trip. Fuck out of here! I'll pay that.
Wow.
I'll pay the extra $300. I'll pay double the price just to have a comfortable flight.
Yeah.
That's sometimes what I'll do is I'll use my points because I have a bunch of credit card points to pay for like an economy flight, but then you upgrade to whatever and it's like $300 to upgrade. So I feel like I'm only paying $300, but I'm getting
yeah,
a
yeah.
much better seat. That's a
Amazing.
great reason to
We
use
love that
points.
mindset.
little hack.
That's a trillionaire mindset right there.
Oh,
That is.
There you go. Thank you, Carly.
You're welcome.
Trilly. A trilly, a
You got
trilly, a
another?
trilly. Is that your theme song?
No, we
A
don't.
trillionaire, I'm a young money trillion.
I don't know that song.
I think
What?
my brother shot the
you know
he
it.
did.
the opening of Trillionaire Mindset.
Well,
Oh my
no.
God.
Now we have a new intro.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, we loved it. It's just we were after a year we
You can say you don't like it.
changed it up. No, we were very happy with it.
That is very funny.
It was very funny when we shot it that day because he was like, "Hey guys, can you meet me in there in 15 minutes?" And we're like, "We're in Brooklyn, dude." What? And he's like, "Yeah, okay, so like 20 minutes." I'm like, "Jesus Christ!" Had to go meet him.
Sam, I'm guessing.
Yeah. They were
Classic.
in New York before they like started the podcast, and they were like, I told them you guys should film something in Manhattan when you're there by
the
by
Wall
the
Street
Bowl
Bowl.
and Wall Street,
Oh.
and they were like, we don't have a camera, we don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, well, Sam knows how to do this stuff, so I connected them, and then it
Perfect.
seemed a little chaotic,
It was
but
great. No, it was fine.
it was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this next question? We've got another question.
This person said, this isn't super juicy or anything, but I recently saw a TikTok of a guy doing a skit where he was going to the car dealership to buy a car. And when they pulled up his credit history, they said it was bad and didn't let him purchase the car. But the guy was arguing that the app/website Credit Karma showed that he had an amazing credit score. This led me to reading the comments of the TikTok where there was discourse on whether we can actually trust Credit Karma or not
Ooh.
to show a good estimate of our credit scores.
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
This happened to me personally.
It did,
Really?
yeah.
I'm in like the process of getting a new rate to buy a second home.
Uh-huh.
And I like on Credit Karma, my score, what is it, TransUnion,
Mm-hmm.
was like 780 and then 790. Those are my two credit scores according to Credit Karma. But then they ran my credit and one of them came back as like high 600s. And like the bank was like, we don't know why. And so I was like, okay, well then what's the tea?
Yeah, what is Credit Karma
And they
even
basically
doing?
told me, they were like, we think because you technically, other than like our mortgage payment, I have no debt because like I don't have any car payments. I don't have
Student loans.
student loans. Like I've paid everything off.
No credit card loans.
No, I pay every month
Yeah.
in full. And they're like, we think it's because you don't like carry any
No.
real debt. And I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense because we
Yeah.
have like $1 million thing out.
Your
Yeah.
mortgage.
Yeah.
Is it, my guess is that because there are 3 major credit bureaus, Credit Karma might only pull from 2, and then that third one is what these other
But
banks
wouldn't
and
they?
whatnot
Wouldn't
are
that
using.
show up on the credit report that they pull?
If they only pull from the
If
third
they
one.
only pull from that third one, yeah.
What is it? Experian, TransUnion.
And
Oh yeah,
fucking
Experian.
whatever.
But why would your credit be
Equifax.
lower?
Equifax, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because
like,
one of them might be using different criteria.
But that's rude. Like,
I agree.
She has no debt. What do you mean?
but no, that is also a thing. Is like which is kind of insane. If you have no debt, your credit score goes down.
For one of them, I think.
No, I
Yeah.
think it's for all of them.
Really?
Yeah,
don't know.
Oh, well, yeah. If you have no credit.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
She-
have credit.
Well, your credit is based on how much you owe and how much you can, like, what's your credit limit on your credit cards? They will do a calculation. If you spend like less than 10% of your allotted credit on your credit cards, that's good. But if you don't owe any money ever, they're like, well, we don't know what your credit
Well, I
is.
pay like my mortgage every month. I have to do all that.
Well, did you end up getting the loan?
No, because now we have to figure it out.
Oh, that
Because they're-
fucking sucks.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe there's a discrepancy somewhere on that low one. It would be my guess.
Okay, but I guess back to this person, aside from my story, I guess like special.
Way to make it all about
Do we
you.
trust? But it happened to him too.
No, I know.
It did?
No, this guy in this story
Oh.
on TikTok.
Oh, yes.
I trust Credit Karma. I mean, I
Me
use
too.
it.
I did.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I look at it every day when it pops up on my fucking
Shit.
screen.
Credit Karma's on my shit list.
Well, because the banker like texted me, he was like, I don't know why your credit's so low. And I was like, according to Credit Karma, I have excellent credit. And when I got my mortgage out, it was 780.
Yeah, my guess is that it's the fact that Credit Karma uses 2 of the 3,
I'll have to-
and this bank and whoever, the same thing with the guy, might use this third one that uses entirely different
weird.
criteria.
The fake one.
The fake one.
Yeah.
The one that's funny money.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to know, like, what are they pulling that's so bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I did to increase my credit score, actually, which is so simple, is you just call your credit card company and ask them to raise your credit limit.
Oh, I did that when we were trying to get Taylor Swift tickets with my Capital One card.
I literally,
Not for that
it was
reason,
like
but-
$6,000. I was like, I don't know if our limit's that high.
I was like, can I do 10?
Yeah. And did they raise it for you?
Yeah.
And then, when
Good.
they raise it for you, then like they'll see, oh, if she only spent $1,000 this month, 1,000 out of 6,000 is more than 1,000 out of 10,000. So they're like, oh, she's only using 10%.
Right. And it's better to spend way lower than the limit, right?
You never
Yeah.
want to go above like
It's called
30%.
your credit utilization ratio.
Yes,
that's what it
which
is.
I did not know until like a couple of years ago. I had been spending like to the
Close
top.
to the limit. Yeah.
oh my God.
I know,
But
I had no idea.
What was
that
your
only-
limit?
It was really low at the time. It was
Oh,
probably
okay.
like $3,000 or
Oh,
$5,000
okay,
or
okay,
something.
okay.
Yeah.
That only hurts your credit temporarily. So
Oh.
like if you have a $10,000 limit and you put $8,000 on the credit card, once that gets reported to the bureaus, your score would take a huge hit because it'd be like, you're using all your credits. Stop. But
It's so weird.
once
It's like you gave it to me. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
and then once you pay it off, the next month your score would jump right back up.
Okay,
Because
okay.
it's like,
That's
oh,
good to
you're
know.
now utilizing hardly any of it.
Okay. I
I
again.
guess 2 other things about credit that I just have questions about. How come when they run your credit, you get like a,
Docked.
yeah. They're like, oh,
Why does your credit score go down when you have
when they pull your
when they
credit?
pull your credit
Like,
score?
why
I don't
can't you just know what your credit is?
Well, because I think because they're all fucking scams, and the idea of a credit score came out in what,
Stupid.
1989 when credit scores first came
Taylor
out.
Swift's birthday.
Oh. I love to do that to the microphone. Wow, this was huge. Not me, buddy. Not me.
Flip it around, maybe.
Wow, it tastes good.
Ew, bro.
Someone's lip gloss is probably on that
Oh,
thing.
is that what it is?
Probably. I don't know.
Fuck. Oh well. Whatever.
Maybe it's mine from last week.
Okay, so the scam, and then say that you get like you had like a medical bill or something,
Sure.
and it went to a collections agency. How long does that normally stay on if you pay it off?
It can stay on for a long time.
Wow.
From what I know, delinquencies can stay on for a long time. And in some cases, you have to actually write a letter to the credit bureau and request. It's a very antiquated
God,
thing.
I would just be like, fuck off, take it off, and
I know.
let me
Leave me
live.
alone.
It can, it takes some work. But the good thing about when you get your credit pulled, it only drops your score by like 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
But it's
nothing.
also because if you're getting your credits, this is what they say, is if you get your credit score checked, that means that you're trying to use your credit for something. And if you're doing that very frequently, that means that you need a lot of credit, and that makes you riskier. So it's like to de-incentivize you from pulling your credit score.
a bunch.
That's why they're
so
lowering it.
stupid. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it's I mean, it's a scam, but
Yeah.
also, did you know women couldn't have credit cards before like 1975?
Yeah.
the track.
If
Without
they
a
wanted to buy a
husband?
house, like the husband had to sign off. on it.
Fucking crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
That's out of
She's
control.
watching
Good
something where that
times.
happened.
That's me,
Bring
Matt
it
King.
back.
For the audio listener, that's me, Matt King, saying that I remember. I remember the good days.
Take us
Oh, I
back.
do love my wife, Patricia. Yes, sir.
But she is not able to buy a house
Boy,
without
man,
me.
she
But I cut all
she
her
needs
cards
my
up
help.
the second we tied the knot.
Yeah, I'm cutting
Oh,
them
Matt's
all
gonna
up.
have a field day
Oh
of this.
man, yes, I do love being Matt King.
Can you be our permanent Matt King replacement
Sure, why
whenever he's
not?
not here?
Oh man.
Sweating. Okay.
I like these questions too. What else we got?
Okay. This person said, I'm getting married soon. My fiance and I are pretty independent and don't plan to put our money together or have joint accounts or anything. I know we will be legally combining our debts, but I wanted to know if there's anything else we should be aware of with this approach. Is it insane to not want to combine things?
No, you can have I mean, Jesus Christ, that's like a certified financial planner ass question, which I am not. But have a joint checking account that you guys put extra shit in, and then have your own separate accounts. Fuck it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you're doing it the right way.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of married couples have their own accounts.
Yeah. Keep
But
it that
you
way.
still get the tax benefit of being
Right,
married.
sure.
Like that's
Yeah.
basically the reason to get married is mostly you get a huge tax benefit of
It's
being married.
amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like when like we have the same.
it's funny.
It's so funny. No, like at the end of the year when Carly and I like get our business taxes done, they'll be like, "Okay, Carly, you owe this much," and then Aaron, you only owe this much.
No, like I'm gonna get married.
That's
just for the
what my
tax.
accountant tells me
Yeah.
every year. I'm like, can I pay less somehow? And he goes, get married,
married.
have kids, buy a house. And I'm like, okay, can we
do
do
you want to
something?
legally get married?
Me and
Because yeah, because I don't.
You
Noel and I
could.
aren't ready yet, and like we'd get a tax benefit, and then we can
yeah.
just get divorced.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
My tax guy is named Colin, and I always do the same thing. I'm like, Colin, just tell me, like, what do I do to lower it? And he goes, well, did you make this much money in stocks? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, then this is how much you owe. There's no way around it. It's just, that's it. You made
Stink
this
facts.
much? Too bad,
No
buddy.
loopholes.
None.
Do you have an LLC, Ben? Or
I
like an
just set
S-corp?
one up,
Oh, there you go.
but not for my trading, for something else.
Ooh.
You're starting a business?
No, I've got a stock trading chat room where people, hey, if you want to, if you have money and know how to trade, tradertreehouse.com.
TRAITOR, like January 6th stuff?
No,
that's
trader,
that's-
like
he,
stock
he
trader.
runs a treehouse for people that were
No, we're not associated
January
with that
6th.
treehouse.
the
Trader
trader tree.
Joe's.
No,
Treehouse.
like Trader Joe's.
Oh.
Trader Treehouse.
Trader
And
Joe's.
yeah, you trade with me.
That's for you, Emil. That one's for you.
And I felt really good this week because my whole thing is I want people to be able to pay for the subscription that they pay, and people made money this week, which felt good. I'm like,
Wow,
fuck yeah,
that
yeah.
does feel good. Yeah.
It feels very good.
But they have to pay
Thank
taxes
God.
on it, so.
Yeah, that's another thing. All right, what else you
Never
got?
mind.
Okay, I really gotta know: is the whole Roth IRA deal a legit thing to start investing in at 25 or some wild scam? Please, I'm
Yes.
23 and really want to know if I can actually end up with like $1 million.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay,
everyone
so
here-
you can. Do you guys have a Roth
What's
IRA
the
or an
difference
IRA?
between- Yeah.
I can't remember, but like a traditional IRA, I believe is.
I have a SEP IRA.
Ooh, that's a special one. Yes.
I have
Oh.
that too.
Okay.
Is that bad?
No.
We
That's
max it
good.
out.
Yeah, you max it out. So with an IRA, you can contribute a set amount every year. I think it's now $6,500. You can
Oh, wow.
contribute every year. So I know some people who made this mistake where they've been putting the cash in, but then not
Investing
dictating
it.
how it gets invested.
There was a TikTok that went viral about that too. Some girl's
Dude,
like, I'm
said-
32. I've been putting my money into my Roth
Oh,
IRA
yeah.
for 10 years,
And it's
and
just
nobody
cash.
told me that you actually need to invest it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's just cash sitting there.
I
Yeah.
have like a
So-
person doing that.
Yeah.
I would buy. That's good. Yeah, you with a Roth IRA, I believe, since that's what I have, it is tax. You don't pay taxes on it. It's tax deferred, or not tax deferred.
It's pre-tax.
It's pre-tax. So
Yeah.
Oh.
all the gains. Say I make $1 million in my Roth IRA. When it comes time to take disbursements from it, payments when I'm like 65 or whatever, I don't have to pay taxes on it.
That's
At
fucking
all.
sick.
But I believe with a SEP or a traditional, you do pay taxes.
But you can take it out anytime.
But I don't remember.
No, we're not
some-
allowed to take it out
Mm-mm.
anytime.
Oh, you're not
No,
allowed.
I think you have to like pay a fee or
You
something.
would have to pay a fee.
Mm.
Yeah. So I don't remember. I had to study this stuff for my exams, but I don't.
Either
fucking-
way, just do it.
Yeah, definitely do. But it's probably get like a financial consultant of some sort. But don't.
Oh,
if you get a
yeah.
financial consultant, you want them to be, what's the word? Where they're like they have to have your interest in mind.
Oh,
Fiduciary.
Yeah, fiduciary
Yes.
has to have your best interest.
Like
in
there are
mind.
people who are like financial advisors, but legally they don't actually have to do what's best for you. They can just take your money and like
Yeah.
help their own
They
investments.
can put you into funds that pay high referral fees for
yes,
them.
and like high fees for them. But
Yeah.
if you have a fiduciary, that means legally they have to do what's in your best interest.
Yes.
Which
you
is
would
fucking
think that
crazy.
everyone would just do that normally.
No.
Yeah.
There are unscrupulous individuals.
Okay. How do you guys go about saving? I've always heard that you should be saving 20% of your income. However, how do I go about diversifying my portfolio or making wise investments in general?
Oh, babu.
Is there like a
Template.
Like a rule of thumb.
yeah, like
mean-
the 20% of your income, is that a real thing?
It's It's
I have no
I
idea.
would just personally save as much as I could stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I feel
Like,
like I
live
just
as cheaply as you can
Oh,
for as
love
long
you.
as you can, and put the rest away. Like, save more than you spend
I
if
personally,
you can. If you can.
Oh.
yeah, I personally would put my money into low cost index funds like Vanguard.
Oh, that's what I have.
There you go.
Nice.
And excuse me. And then and then you can dictate, you can tell it to like, because those pay dividends. A dividend is like, hey, here's your little reward for owning this. It's like pennies on the dollar, but here you get a little bit. And then you tell it, okay, well, with this little humble dividend, I would like to buy one more share. Okay, cool. Your dividend next quarter will be all the more big. And then you reinvest that. And then that's the idea of how you grow it and grow it and grow it, is you get those dividends and you reinvest it. And it's just a little bit more every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do personally.
Yeah, and I mean, it is definitely tough to save if like you're not making that much money and
Totally.
your like life is just fucking
Totally.
expensive right now. Because
Rent
it just
is expensive
Rent is
as
expensive.
fuck.
Food is expensive. Everything's expensive right now.
Eggs.
It's a
$7.
It's
Please.
really tough right now. But if you can save anything, it's better than saving nothing.
True.
I've always been it's about the memories, not the money kind of gal, so I'm not the one
Right,
to
Ben?
ask.
That's true. Yeah, it is.
I have no savings.
Ben, what do you think about luxury brands like?
Prada.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did want to ask you about a Rolex.
Oh, okay. What?
Okay, so my husband, he's in the middle of like a business thing that's happening,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, when this is done, as like my gift, I want to buy myself a Rolex,
Cool.
like a vintage one.
Cool.
I was curious because like it's all over TikTok. People are talking about it all the time, and I like watch this like guy in New York.
Oh
like,
yeah,
do
I
the
see those guys.
trading. Is that like a good investment?
I personally, I have no idea. I have never even considered those kind of things. But yeah, I mean, I feel like just what I know through social media osmosis, that they tend to hold their value at least somewhat.
Yeah.
It's not like buying a fucking
Especially
car.
if he's gonna buy a vintage one for
Yes.
15 grand or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I will say I've actually done a lot of research on Rolex in the
Tea.
last like 6 months, just because it's like I see it
want
popping
one?
off. I would take one if one
Ooh.
was offered to me.
Okay.
Like Sam and Daron, like my two brothers are like, first they were super into Supreme and like buying all the Supreme stuff when
Oh,
that was
yeah.
on the spike, and now it's all about Rolex. But basically the short answer is like as of 2018, 2019, buying a Rolex was really smart because they have truly just gone up in value. If you bought one in 2007 and you want to sell it in 2019, it retains its value really well. But as that happens with everything that gets really popular, the price is higher than it should be for basically every single Rolex you can buy right now. It's the top of the market. And a lot of people right now are trying to hype up the future value of Rolex because it's a bunch of people who bought a bunch of them at the top of the market and are trying to convince other people this is a good investment. You should buy it. You should buy it. Similar to like a crypto thing where it's like,
Sure.
buy this now, it'll be worth more in the future. But like if you look at the historical price of a lot of these Rolexes that are 15 grand, if you look like what it was in 2017, it might have been like 6 grand. So
It's like home prices.
yeah, exactly. It's just like it is the top of the Rolex market right
Got
now.
it.
So like if he wants to buy it because he wants it,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
If you
No.
think he's gonna make money in like a
No.
year or two,
No,
probably
no.
not. If anything, Rolex prices are gonna come
It's
down.
just like, oh, I'm proud of myself and I want to treat myself to this
I think that's
gift.
what a Rolex
It's
is
like
for.
when I buy designer items, I'm not buying them to be like, well, how will this age?
Right,
like, what will I
right.
be able to sell this Prada bag for
Yeah.
in 5 years? Like, I don't
Yeah.
care about that.
It's that then in that case, if it's like, and that's what I think of, luxury jewelry and stuff
Sure.
is for, is like you reward yourself, you spend a lot of money, but I would not say it's a good investment, especially where the market is right now.
I told him all of that before the show. So that was my
Sounds
answer,
like it,
actually,
Jesus.
yeah.
Wait,
He
did
took
you
my
ever
answer.
which one? NFTs? Did you ever buy any?
No, I bought 2,
Oh,
and they were dog shit, and I bought them for like $2,000, and then they immediately went down, and I was like, okay, that's nice.
okay.
No NFT influencer parties.
I wasn't
Fuck
sure
no.
where you
Ugh.
stood on
You
those.
have a bunch of bored apes. Weren't you and Logan Paul doing a?
Not me, man. Couldn't have been me. I do remember being told about Ethereum when it was $7.
Oh, really?
And I was like, cool, man. I don't know what that is.
In like 2016 or something, someone was telling me to buy Ethereum, and I think it was like under $1 at the time. It was like cents for Ethereum, like 7 cents.
Damn.
Yeah,
We
and I
should
was like,
kill
I don't know
ourselves.
what this is, but you never know.
Yeah.
I did buy a bunch of Ethereum when it was at 150. That was
Good for you.
Yeah,
Short answer for your husband. Tell him to buy the Rolex and then blow up a Rolex factory. Boom. Supply is significantly diminished, and what happens when supply goes down? Demand goes up.
Yeah.
That is really good advice.
A little light terrorism.
Okay, I'm trying to filter through these because you've answered like a lot of them are about investing, and I feel like you've covered a lot of credit card ones, and you touch base.
What time is Lauren coming?
2 p.m.
Oh,
I keep checking to see if she's texted me yet.
Do I need to get kicked out?
That's okay.
At some point.
You go about an hour, right?
Yeah. We
I
have to
feel
cut.
like you've answered like everything everyone wants to know.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, I guess in summary, Ben, what are some?
What's your favorite bit of advice?
Yeah.
Slow and steady, for sure. Do not do what I did. I made so many fucking stupid mistakes to establish myself as a trader, and by that I mean I just was constantly funding my trading account and losing money.
Oh.
And I wish that I had just like put it into smart things and done the smart thing, because then I would have actually had a lot more money, and then maybe I could have actually done the trading on the side as like with a paper trading account where it's just fake money.
But didn't
don't
you
try
do
to
really?
get
Didn't you
rich
do really
quick.
well at some point?
Oh yeah.
So you did do well, but it just
Yeah.
took you longer than it should.
Yeah, it took a long time, and then I had to pay taxes on all of that doing well, which really
Woohoo.
hurt. Yeah,
The
that
biggest
fucking
scam of them all.
sucked.
How much money's in your bank account? I'm just kidding. Imagine.
Ooh, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Oh no!
How much money did you make today?
today?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
A little over $6,
And that's
Okay,
which is
we're
not
gonna-
ordinary.
You
and-
could buy the Rolex.
I could.
wait, and that's
So
pure
maybe.
profit.
That was profit.
That's
yeah.
new profit that
Well,
you didn't
some
have
of them,
yesterday.
I sold some positions, and then there are some that are still on that could go down tomorrow. So,
and you
depends.
didn't.
Sorry, it's just time to be real.
oh, is that what this is?
Yep.
Have you ever been on Be Real, Ben?
Oh yeah. Their stupid summary sucks. at the
Yeah,
end of
it's
the
not
year.
good.
Oh, I look like shit, man.
You look stunning. You're just being
That's
real.
what I look like.
Man, you're gorgeous.
You're gorgeous.
Thanks.
So that money that you make, is that per day, or that's like you made new money today that you didn't have yesterday?
It's a combination. I sold some things, and then that's just showing me my cumulative profit on the day, including things that I didn't sell. So
Okay.
like tomorrow, X, Y, and Z could go down, and then
Today's-
I'll be down $4,000 tomorrow,
right.
which would
So you
Slay.
won't
technically
deduct it from the.
No, that was just my end of the day thing. It's not like I now have profit that nobody can touch. It's just, and at the end of every month, depending on how much profit I've got, I tell the firm, hey, I want to pay myself, $15,000. And
Settle
then
up.
Why do you have to be at a firm for this? Why don't you just do it on your own?
because they give you a lot more money
Oh.
to play with. You put
Or
down
you play with their money?
yes,
And then you keep it or you give it back?
I keep 90% of it,
What?
which is a great deal. Yeah, yes.
They give you 100% of the money, and they're like, you can play with 90% of this. Just give us 10%
no.
back.
So like I put down a deposit of I wanted to give them $40,000, and then they give me $800,000 to trade with, which isn't. I mean, at the last place I was at, they gave me $3 million
What?
to trade with, but it was a bad. I did not. And that place was a 50-50 split, and also. My risk manager was terrible and was breathing down my neck every day. If I had a single bad day, he'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's like, "Let me fucking trade,
yeah,
Kenny."
let me breathe, sir.
But so yeah, it sucks because I know I'm really good at it,
Yeah.
and I just wish I knew someone who had a lot of money, like a billionaire who had like a side fund and was willing to give me a shot. Like, hey, here's $100 million to manage. I could do so well.
That'd be
if I did
fun.
that.
Are there any
How
like
do
online
you make
games?
money off of other people's money?
You'd like if in this example, if fucking Stan Druckenmiller, who's one of my favorite traders, who runs like a $3 billion family fund, if he were to say, okay, I'll give you $100 million to manage, see what you can do. If I were to double it in a year, he might give me 10% of that,
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
or whatever it is. 5. I have no idea.
You just got to slay the stock market, basically.
Yeah.
Who's the
and-
richest
Have you
person we
reached
know?
out to Kim Kardashian?
I have not, but I'm sure she's got people.
Well,
It would
she
have to
doesn't have
be.
you.
She doesn't. It would have to be someone who is an investor, a hedge fund person
Like
already.
a money person.
It sucks because there are certain things that I would buy and hold on to and not fret about, like, well, I'm up on this, I might as well ring the register because I need to pay myself. I need to have my thing.
So
but
you need this 800,000 to play with in order to make the 15,000 a day.
yes.
You couldn't, like, let's say you only had 100,000 to play with. Would you only make $16 in a day?
It would suck because with $100,000, let's say I lose $5,000. Tomorrow, I've got $95,000 to trade with. If I lose another $5,000, next day I've got $90,000 to trade with. With this place, I could get it down to my last $5,000 of that $40,000 deposit, but I still have the whole $800,000
Yeah.
to trade with. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So no matter how much I lose, I
That
still
doesn't
have that full
change.
amount to trade with.
Why would
Until
they?
your 40,000 runs out.
Exactly. And then it's please
Keep
insert
up.
more coins.
My
Is there a limit or
I
yeah?
actually didn't follow that.
My deposit of $40,000
Yeah.
is my buffer.
Okay.
If I lose $40,000, insert more cash, please.
So you haven't lost 40 grand.
No.
But you've
I've
spent.
made.
But you've spent more than 40 grand.
Oh yeah,
What? Okay.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. It's a cool system that I wish I had taken advantage of in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Because back then my account was at like 25,000, and it killed me because I lost $3,000 today. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a huge percentage.
Now I only have 22,000. Now I got to be really fucking careful. Oh,
Yeah.
boom! Now I'm knocked down to 15. Whereas if I had a couple 100,000 to trade with instead, I would have been.
What's the lowest you've been with out of this 40,000? Like how
down to actually at the beginning of this year? I was at beginning of January. It was down to like $10,000,
Oh my
and
god.
then I just got it all the way back. Now it's at like 120.
Oh, so
So I
you're
had a
cooking.
really good January.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many-
I made like $100,000.
He said
I mean, I
not
didn't
dry
make it. Like,
January.
I got it back all the
Hell
way
yeah.
up.
And how much time does that take you to get? Like how many hours per day?
I mean, the market opens at 6:30 in the morning. I wake up at 6, and it closes at 1 p.m.
So you're doing that all day?
Yep.
Wow.
Slay.
I mean, I go get coffee. Yeah, if I've had a good day and I'm like, okay, wow, I'm up $5,000 on the day or whatever, I don't overtrade. That's something that I used to do. I overtrade it.
Right.
And so you lose money. And
Yeah.
that.
Bird in the hand, two in the bush, right?
Yeah, you got to jerk off in the bush, dude. You got to go in there and rub one out with those birds. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well,
Is she here?
Yep.
what's,
Yep, she's
what's this
texting
girl's
me.
name?
Lauren?
Lauren.
Lauren DIY.
Lauren DIY.
You know her?
Is she cute? Is she single?
She just
She just got
got
engaged.
engaged.
But maybe you could sway her.
Well, good for her.
You're single?
Yeah.
Well, maybe after this episode, you'll get some.
Yeah. Ben's a catch.
Ben is a catch. He knows all about money. He's tall.
I'm
He's
circumcised.
handsome. He's circumcised. He likes to
Sorry.
take his shoes off.
Yeah, I am tall. That's right. I'm
He has
6'3".
good hair.
He's
Thank
Jewish.
you.
Good head
of
That's
hair.
nice.
Great
You're
hair.
Jewish?
Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
no, but
Come
like
on.
maybe I'll call you in a couple years if
What?
nothing
What's
works
going on
out.
in a couple of years?
I don't know. Maybe I'll be single. Who knows?
Oh, wait, aren't you engaged?
No. But I do have a boyfriend, so
Okay. Well,
He's
Good
like,
luck.
well, there's no
Thank you.
ring.
There
I didn't.
isn't.
Yeah, there is not a ring.
You wanna
There's
beat him
on
to
those
it.
other two fingers.
I just got to move it over. Well, thank
Okay,
you so
yes.
much for giving us all the info.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
I know more.
That's good.
I liked the race car
Yeah, that was
aspect of
your
it.
best joke.
That
Thanks.
That was really good.
was a good joke. But sorry if we made you
Yeah.
feel stupid because
If you
we are so
ever
stupid.
need us to come onto your podcast, like happy, so
Okay.
Oh my god, that'd be
unbelievably
actually so
happy
fun, even though you guys would probably go
to
insane.
teach you.
Yeah,
About-
but maybe you guys could pretend like you could just.
They
be-
usually have people who are smarter than them on the podcast. That's who their
I
guests
would
are.
fully come in
no.
dressed in like a business suit.
We should act like
That could be
we're
fun,
big
actually.
professionals and just make
that would
shit
probably
up.
last about 90 seconds
Yeah.
before he goes, so what are your thoughts on these treasuries and securities?
You tell him that we're
Yeah.
Tell Emil that these two girls are really sharp. They
professionals,
run a
yeah.
$1 billion
We
hedge
show up in a
fund.
trench coat, like I'm on her
could
shoulders.
I'm
actually
just
be
dressed
really
like
fun.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Just see how long Emil.
Well, because we talk about frauds a lot and people who have committed fraud and whatnot.
We
so
could,
it
you
would
could
be
see
fun.
if he could smell us out.
Yeah.
He will.
To know if we're-
Yeah, I
He'd be
think
like, he'd be like, "Hi, I'm so sorry, I don't know anything about this."
Yeah,
Okay.
we run this new fund called Queen Fund.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fun.
Anyway,
Slay.
We'll see you next week, guys.
wait, you can follow me on the
Yes,
shit.
follow him on everything.
Yeah,
Ben
everywhere.
Cahn.
Yeah, Ben Cahn. It'll be in the info and
Yeah.
whatnot. So.
It will, but Trillionaire Mindset Podcast
Yes.
is a
On
podcast
YouTube.
to listen to if you are interested in this and want to explain it like I'm 5 or maybe like I'm 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
See you
see you guys
next
next week. Bye. Okay, let me grab